I made 3 viral dinners so you don't have to, and stick around because there's a bonus at the end. Just like everyone else, my TikTok feed has been full of all of these different viral recipes, and I decided today that I would put them to the test, especially ones that are great for a busy weeknight, because who wants to spend 50 years in the kitchen for a meal that might not even be good? So I decided to take one for the team and try these recipes out for you guys. When I decided to make this, I decided that I would cook the whole chicken breast instead of cutting it up into little pieces and then cooking it. For some reason, chicken really gives me the ick, and I think that's a common experience. I'm not alone in that, I don't think. And so I try to touch chicken the least amount that I possibly have to, that I can get away with not having to cut the chicken into little pieces. Then I'll just cook the whole chicken breast and we could just cut it up with the meal, and it turns out just fine. And also I think it makes the meat like juicier. I also decided that I was going to cook it in the air fryer because it's quicker. It's quicker, and I don't really have to stress too terribly much on whether the chicken is going to get cooked all the way through, because I think that the air fryer does a great job of making sure that it retains the moisture but also gets cooked all the way through. I did use a meat thermometer to make sure it was cooked all the way through, and it was, of course. If you've never cooked chicken in the air fryer, it's low-key a game changer, and I would highly recommend. Sorry if my voice sounds kind of off. I was watching my sister's kids and animals while she was out of town, and I don't know if I'm allergic to cats or what the deal is, but it had me feeling very stuffy and like just so bear with me. The funny thing is about me doing this recipe is I honestly don't really like corn. Now, I'm trying to get better about it. My husband really likes it, and so I'm just trying to be more open-minded about it. I mostly don't like it when it's like in casseroles or like different recipes where people just use it as a filler. I don't know, there's just something about it. I think I might have ate too much of it when I was a child, and so I'm not a big fan. But I liked this, so I mean, there's hope. So if you don't like corn, maybe give it a try. I will say, try not to overuse the sauces like the mayonnaise and the sour cream. I do think that I overdid it and I put too much. Like I said, it's still good. It's very, very, very good, but I was a little heavy-handed, I'm not gonna lie. And so I would recommend start small and then add more if you need it, because you can always add more, but you can't take away what you've already put in there. If you wanted to make this even easier, you could honestly buy just cilantro lime rice to put this with. I made it myself, and I think I made it harder than it had to be, and it was low-key kind of mid. I don't think I did a really very good job of like making it. That's why I didn't really show it in this recipe, but I know Better Goods has a cilantro lime rice that's probably delicious. But overall, I would give this recipe a good 9 out of 10, honestly. Like, it was very good, very easy, very quick, very delicious. So, highly recommend. Okay, so this is supposed to be like a creative and quick and easy way to make burgers. I mean, burgers really aren't that hard to begin with, and they're pretty quick, I would say, if you're like, unless you're like grilling them. I mean, that would probably take longer, but I really don't know like what the deal is with this one. It was good, don't get me wrong, like I liked it, and obviously we ate it. I mean, we tore these up, but I mean, they were kind of just like mid. Like, I mean, a regular burger is better for sure, like 110%. A regular burger is better. So the question is, would I recommend you guys make this? Probably. I would recommend that you try it once, because I mean, everybody's taste buds are different, and you might honestly like it better than a regular burger. But just for me, I just feel like there's not really a point. I would recommend doing this, which is taking a little bit of piece of your meat and cooking it, and so you can taste for seasoning, because the worst thing that you could possibly do is do all this work to make a burger, and then the burger is like mid and disgusting and unseasoned. Nobody likes unseasoned food. So yeah, I would highly recommend that step. I made meatloaf just the other day. I'm going to have a video of me making the meatloaf, and honestly, it could have used more salt, and so I kind of wish I would have done this for that, just so that I could have tasted it and, check for flavor. I did use a low-carb tortilla for this as well. I have PCOS. I've mentioned it in videos before, and so it's just like a better option for me. But, I mean, you can use a regular tortilla. It doesn't really matter. If you have PCOS or you're diabetic, I do think that this might be a good option for you. Make sure that you do not burn the meat or the tortilla, especially the tortilla. I feel like the tortilla part like cooks super fast once you like flip it over, and then it can get pretty brown. As you can see on there, it's like getting really toasty. This definitely was probably a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I recommend that y'all try it, but don't really expect it to be out of this world amazing or anything like that. Just think burger, but lighter. Like, it might make you feel like you're eating healthy. I feel like it makes you feel like you're eating healthier than like a regular burger, if that's something that you want to go for. And I guess it is kind of healthier. We use 90-10 ground beef, and the tortillas were barely any calories. So I'm going to start off by saying, make sure you make a bunch of these, because when I tell you that I could eat 1,000,000 of these, like, so easily. I made the first round of these, and my husband went to go do something with his dad, and when he came back, like, half of them were gone, and I was like, oopsies. Something that I would do differently next time is I used regular soy sauce for this, and the recipe that I followed, which I'll link down in the description, called for dark soy sauce. I didn't have that, and I don't think that they have that at like my Walmart, which is the grocery store in my town, and so I just didn't worry about it. I just used regular, and honestly, it tasted good. It tasted delicious. It was amazing. But I do think that the dark soy sauce would enhance the flavor of it, and it would be so much better with it, and so I kind of wish I had it. So next time I'll probably order dark soy sauce and see if it gives it more of that like umami deep flavor that I'm going for. When I mixed this up, I did worry that it was too wet, and so I ended up adding an extra tablespoon or 2 of cornstarch, just so that, to give myself peace of mind, because it was looking kind of slimy, and I was like, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. And I went back and looked at the video that I watched, and I was like, hers don't look this wet, so I must have did something a little bit different. I added more cornstarch, and it seemed to do the job. Like, it didn't taste like cornstarch or anything like that. Another suggestion that I would do is to dice up the coleslaw. Even if you have like one of those veggie chopper things, I actually have one. I don't know why I didn't think to use it for this, but I mean, it tasted fine. Like I keep saying, like, it tasted good, but I mean, I just think that it would have just been a lot more satisfying to eat had I took the time to cut up those big chunky pieces of cabbage that are in there. I just think that the bite would just have been like a little bit more satisfying, but it's not necessary. It obviously cooks down, the cabbage cooks down and everything, and it's perfectly fine, but it's just for my personal preference. I would have preferred everything to be kind of the same size and like texture inside of it. The cool thing about these is I feel like you can kind of make them whatever you want to make them into as far as the flavor goes. You could add mushrooms, whatever flavor profile that you prefer in a dumpling, you could just kind of make it that for you. I really love that about this. It's just so versatile, and you can make it what you want to make it. Me and my husband recently went to Houston for our 1-year anniversary, and we tried a restaurant there. I think it was called Love Dumplings. It was so good. I loved it so much. And when I tell you, we ate like a bajillion dumplings. I know those people were probably looking at us like, wow, like these people can really eat. Our waitress, when we paid the bill, told me like, oh, if you come during this time, we have a special where everything's 20% off, because she saw how much we were eating, how much we were spending, and she was like, wow, we need these people to come back. If you're worried about the meat cooking all the way through, you can use a meat thermometer and make sure that it's 165 degrees, and it'll be perfect. But these are absolutely a 10 out of 10. I will make these again and again and again. My husband loved them as well. 10 out of 10. This was just a little bonus that I decided that I was going to do, and it was freezing cold and really wasn't hard though. Like, you just got to be patient and just keep scraping it, and it'll turn into this creamy little treat. Now, everybody in the videos I've seen been making it seem like it's going to be super sweet, and I guess it depends on the watermelon that you get, but it was not sweet at all. So I ended up adding powdered sugar to mine, and it made it the sweetness that I would expect a dessert to be. But if you're like health conscious or you just don't want a lot of sugar, it tastes fine without it, but it just don't expect it to be like this super sweet dessert. It's definitely more of a like creamy, fruity type of vibe, not sweet at all. But like I said, once I added the powdered sugar, it was really good. I would honestly give it probably like an 8 out of 10. I would definitely sit there and eat it, but it's not giving like ice cream without adding in that powdered sugar.